morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster. Touching base with you as I always do. How are you all doing? It is Friday. It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. Yes. Even though I'm on a constant vacation anyway, because I do the thing that I love. So I am on a constant happy vacation. Every day is a happy day. So I cannot complain. What's going on? I hope you guys are all doing well. We are on the edge of 900 subscribers. We're at 899. We need one person to subscribe. And we crossed the 900 line. We need to cross the 900s. Then we're 100 away from 1,000. And then this we get all of the benefits of being on YouTube. Well, most of them. So this will be great. We're on our way, y'all. I had the most amazing day today. And I also had the great opportunity to share wisdom, encouragement, teaching to a young man that I am definitely happy to have met. He's my driver, and he picked me up. Works for Bolt, and he picked me up 2 days ago when I was on my way to the Castle of Good Hope. And again, I remember I reached out. I told you guys about when the attendants at the Good Hope fort said not to walk the streets with my cameras and walk about around this city hall is really rough in that area. And I said, okay. So I called him back, and then I said, how about this? While I'm in town, would you like to be my driver for my time being here? And he was like, yeah, okay, no problem. And he has been so consistent. And so with that, you know me, I have the gift of gab. So I'm giving him all kinds of ways. He's in between jobs. Shout out to him, Mr. Q. And he is in between jobs. And so he works as a Bolt driver. And Bolt is like an Uber, for those that don't know. And so I had him for the whole day. He came to the apartment here, picked me up at 10 o'clock, and we went off to Hout Bay, and then I gave him the day of his life. He was like shocked. I said, well, if you're hanging with me, I'm not going to have you just sit in the car while I do my thing. Come on, let's go. So wait till you see the photos. House Bay is so beautiful. It's one of my favorite places to just chill. It's like a lagoon, and it has this white beach sand, blue turquoise water, and then it's the inlet where the ships come in. So it's a marina, and it's so beautiful. So when we arrived, I said, have you ever seen sea lions before? And he was like, no. I said, have you ever been on a sea lion tour? He goes, no. So I said, guess what? You're going on a sea lion tour today. He was like, oh, Mr. Ron. And I was like, yes. I said, this is our day. This day is about you. It's so good to impart information into young people. It is one of the greatest things I think can be done in life. And he's 31 years old, and a young father, and a beautiful girlfriend, and he's spending time trying to build a good structure, relationship, and family life with this young lady. And so we talked about his business. I said, I did a lot of homework, and I have a lot of stuff to share with you. So I said, take notes in your brain while we're driving. And so just share with him how he can better build his business. And, I was like, look, you're 31 years old. You don't really have to work for anyone if you don't want to. You have technology on your side. why not use this to your ability? He has a beautiful car. I was like, dude, you could be doing personal tours like you're doing with me now. You are my tour guide for. I'm letting you know where I want to go, but you could be a car service. Create a name, create some information, put it out there. So I taught him about LinkedIn. I said not LinkedIn, Linktree. So we set up a Linktree account so he can get his Linktree on, connected with his social media, his LinkedIn, his Instagram. We did it all, and then we had a great time together. The whole day was spent educating him and showing him his worth. And so we talked about also how he gave me information about the neighborhoods we were in, and I was able to share. Hello, Andrew. Well, first of all, I haven't said good morning to anyone, right? I mean, I said good morning in general. Let me go through the good mornings, and then I'll tell you more about this story from today with Mr. Q. Wonderful day with it. Andrew, thank you for popping in. Hit the likes, hit the subscribe. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe. And if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like, because the algorithms know that we are here, that you are here, and that we are all participating in this together. So I am about teaching. I believe in it. But anyway, let's say hello to some folks. Tanya said, it's 5 p.m. Let's go. Let's go, Tanya. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Also, notice that Tanya has a green by her name because she is a member. So you can become a member of this platform as well and support what we do here. So the gold goes to Tanya this morning. The silver goes to Chris R. She said, hey, y'all, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Hello, Christina says, Tanya. And third, the bronze goes to our wonderful Debbie Q. She says, good morning, Ron and RLP fam. So good to see you in the building. And then we have the wonderful Shirlene. Shirlene, that's me, she says. Good morning, everyone. Then we have the great Bryson. I don't have where's my drink? So hold on a second. I didn't bring my drink over to the desk. Okay. You can hear me loud and clear because the mic is with me. And I wanted to make sure. Bryson, this one is for you. Apple juice. Apple kiwi juice. Okay, here we go. What's up, Ron? What's up, everybody? Happy New Music Fridays and New Movies Fridays. Welcome to the weekend. So good to see you, Bryson. So good to see you, Bryson. And we have the wonderful Lisa in the building. She says, happy Friday, everyone. It's Friday, and now I can give Andrew a proper hello, Andrew. Welcome to the Touch Base Daily family. So good to see you. And Andrew says, hi. Also, Tanya says, come through, Mr. Ron, for connecting the dots. Connecting the dots. And we have the wonderful Jay Fisher in the building. Janet is in the house. She says, greetings, Touch Base Daily family. Have a great weekend. Yes, we are here, y'all. We are here. So let me finish my story. So the young man was my driver. He was curious. Like when the first day when I was in his car, and he was talking and shit, and he saw me with my glasses, and I was filming and getting content along the way as he was driving me. Then I took out my phone, get my content, and I'm talking into my glasses, talking into my phone, getting all kinds of content. And he was curious about what is it like to be a YouTuber. I told him I was a YouTuber, and I'm on YouTube and doing this and doing that, and career photography. And he was like, "How do those careers pay?" And then we talked about his career, being a driver, working for Bolt. And anyway, long story short, he was such a nice young man. I gravitated. And I said, you know what? I need to help this kid. He's 30. He's not a kid, but he's a kid to me. So I need to help. And so we were talking, and he was like, again, I needed him to come back around to pick me up from the fort so I can be safe. He did it. He was such a gracious, kind young guy. So today was our first time back together again. So I got into the car this morning and I said, "Hey, I got some ideas for you." So then we start talking about his business. I said, "Have you ever thought about having a business while you're doing Bolt? Like you can use Bolt as a catalyst. You can use your Bolt since you're here and you're picking up strangers. But while you're picking up strangers, let them see your charm. But then not only that, have you ever thought about like creating a tour name, like some a car service name for yourself, so you can help people and be at their hand, their call when they need you to drive them around as their special driver." It's a lot to call a Bolt driver or a Uber driver. You don't know who you don't know who you're going to get. So I say, there's a business for this. I mean, and then we talked about some other, the projects, and he was helping other customers that when he meets them, that he helps them, then they call him back to do work for him. I said, you need to make a business out of this. And then I told him, I said, look, I have you for the whole day. You're getting your Bolt rate. So every time we go to our different destinations, we're going to put it in the Bolt. So that way you're getting your Bolt rate. Also, I'm going to pay you a day rate. But you need to think about, for the future, half day rates and day rates. So you can charge clients that need your service. So I said, at the end of the day, you need to give me a day rate on top of what you're going to make. So you're already making money from your Bolt, but I need you to give me a day rate at the end of this whole day. We went all over the place. We drove everywhere. So you'll see the pictures. We went to so many places, and then we stopped by the good thing about having your own personal driver is you can pull over to the scenic routes, those little scenic areas. You can stop and look over, take pictures, and all that good stuff, which he did all the way. Right? By the end of the day, I was able to say to him, let's get to the bank. Let's go to the bank. We ain't got some money out the bank. And I said to him, okay, what are you worth? Because I told him, the Bolt rate is not what you're worth. The Bolt is far from what you're worth. So you better come up with a worth that is good. Tell me what you are worth. What was this day worth? You taking your time out to be a personal driver. And he came up with a number. And I had the number in my head. And I was like, bing, 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 bing. You got it, brother. You got it. He looked at me. He was shocked. He couldn't believe I had the money in my hand. So I said, you give me the rate. Tell me what you're worth. And I gave him the money. And he was like, thank you, mister. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I mean, one thing about African culture I love is African culture is so the hospitability of how people communicate is incredible. It's like, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. He was so gracious. I said, oh yeah, your thanks is good, but you earned this. You didn't just receive it. This wasn't a gift. You earned this. You drove me for 6 hours. For 6 hours, you drove me to all around what we call the mountain, which is in the center of Cape Town. And we drove all the way around to all these amazing places. Wait till you see the photos. We had lunch. I took him on the Sea Lion boat tour with me because I was like, you can't, like I said, you can't just hang out over here by yourself. You need to come with me. So he went. he says, that's how we started the morning. That was our first visit, our first stop. And he said, sir, I've never been on a boat like this. And I would say, really? I said, well, welcome. I said, I used to do this when I used to live in South Africa in Cape Town. House Bay is one of my favorite places. I like to go and photograph the sea lions. You go to like a little island, like a little, I don't want to call it island, like a little rest stop. And then you go there and you see. Anyway, he got the experience of the day of a lifetime. Now, I told him, you have homework for the weekend. You need to get your Linktree set up, have everything linked, come up with a name for your company. Then I need you to now sign up for the travel agency license. You need to get your travel agency license here in Cape Town. So start working on that. You got time. You can do it. And then on top of that, we're hanging out on Monday. You got another day. You got another full day of work. Another full day. Get ready. Now, I said, you got some extra change that you are not used to getting. But I'm just one person. Hey, Anisha, yes, I'm still here. I waited for you. I waited at Butters for you for an hour and a half. I did not see you, Anisha. I did not see you. But I'm here still. We can hang out after if you want to. So his face lit up. His whole, you know what they say? You can give a person a fish or a fish, right? And then they have food for the day. But if you teach them how to fish, then they have fish for a lifetime. Mr. Q is now on his way to have fish for a lifetime. And I can see he was like, we were talking about houses and all kinds of real estate. We were just brainstorming for 6 hours, just sharing thoughts. And, he was telling about neighborhoods, and he was sharing his thoughts about them. I said, and you probably now have a friend for life. As long as I'm alive, I'll be your friend. I say all of that today on this wonderful Friday. It's a Good Friday. And he said this morning, he said to me, he says, I woke up this morning and said, it's a good day to have a great day. I said, well, dude, you gave yourself a prophecy for the day. You spoke a word of affirmation for the day, and you lived it. You lived it. Today is the day that's going to change your life. I said, first of all, you're 31 years old. You have technology on your side. I said, do you have any PayPals or cash apps or any of the little apps that you can put to your phone so people can pay you outside of the boat? He goes, oh, yeah, we do have some cash. I said, upload those babies into your phone so now you can charge people. Come up with rates. Like I said, half-day rate, full-day rate, 2-day rate. Come up with the package and offer all the people you pick up in Bolt. Put your QR code, because now you have Linktree, because I set them up with Linktree, just like I have on my Linktree. You open up my phone, my Linktree is right there. That QR code is right there. I said, put that little QR code right on your dashboard. Put one on the back of each headset. So that way, when people are in the car and they're just hanging out, they'll take their phones. They'll be like, curious, what's the QR codes for? Click on the QR codes and they see your services. You can speak without even speaking. Man, and then I told him, I said, you're getting some schooling today. I said, people charge for this information. So we had a great day. It is wonderful to make a difference in someone's life. Man, if he was the only reason why God brought me to this place, and I'm a believer, I believe in the higher power, the universe working in your behalf. I said to him, this will change your life, your trajectory, if you decide to use all of the information you receive today. Debbie has one. Look, Debbie says, tell him it should be on a t-shirt. He could sell. Today is a good day to have a great day. And then put the QR code underneath it. I think I need to do that, right? Okay, let's say hello to some folks. I'm telling you, man, I was blessed. I was blessed. Today, like I said, there's nothing greater in the world than being a blessing to someone. It gives the ultimate joy. Someone needs to hear this today. Someone needs to hear. This was faith in action. This was connection in action. This is connection 101, networking 101, building your business 101, connecting with others, strangers 101. Man, you have no idea. If you haven't given yourself to just helping others, you're missing out on the treat. There's nothing greater. There is nothing greater than touching lives and making lives better. Gosh, who's with me today? If you're with me today, someone say amen, or someone say, I got you, Ron. I'm listening. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I'm getting what you're talking about. I'm getting it. If you are getting it, then indicate to me that you're getting it. It is important to be a blessing. And it is truly, as they say, it is more blessed to give than to receive. Okay, let's see what else you guys are saying. Tanya says, come through, Mr. Ron, for connecting the dots. And we got that in there. Hannah's in the building. Hannah says, hello, everyone. I'm here, but having a late birthday lunch with a friend. Love to all. She's always making sure she's here. And again, if you're in the building, make sure you hit the likes. And if you're new here and it's your first time in this community, hit subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Let's see what's going on over in the studio. Let me see what's happening in the studio. Let's see. And we did it, y'all. We did it. We just hit 900. Somebody just subscribed. We have 900 subscribers. Thank you, 900 subscribers. Thank you. We just hit 900 subscribers. I remember when it was just 15 people here. And now we hit 900. Just now, 900 at 528. Thank you for this community. You make it all possible. Hey, y'all's in the building. Hey, y'all. TGIF, she says, thank God it's Friday. Hey, Ron and Touch Base Daily Family. And also got they should take great giveaways. Debbie says, hey, Ron, I hope you brought a lot of Yankee caps and t-shirts with you. They would make great giveaways for those New York fans over there. Believe me, everyone's always eyeing my little Yankee hat. Everyone's like looking at it. Anyway, I had to clean it today. I put it in the washing machine this morning so I can wear it fresh this morning. Christina says, Christina says, you changed his life. You better believe it. His life has changed forever. Forever. Yes. Anisha says, hi. And she said, I called on Wednesday to meet, but I didn't see you. I did see you. I was still there waiting at Butters. Butters is a great restaurant. I am still here. I am still here. I am here till Tuesday. I leave Tuesday morning. Mission was accomplished. I don't have anything. I have no more missions to do. No. Tomorrow I have a big event I'm going to. One of my friends is the one of the top sculptors in Africa, the top South African sculptor. His work is in MoMA in New York. His work is in, I think, there's 2 other museums in New York his work is in. And he is also in some of the museums in Germany, in London. So he is the man. Well, tomorrow I'm hanging out with him and his wife and his young son and his daughter, which were babies 10 years ago, but now they are young adults. So I can't wait to see them all tomorrow. So we're hanging out. ASR's Ron, wow, this is a great experience. This is why we travel the world. This is why you have to leave your comfort zone. I didn't sell my home and all that stuff to just hang out. No, I'm here to help people. You never know who you're going to help. Anyway, I'm getting excited. I'm bursting from the seams today. I got so much joy, 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 joy down in my heart. You guys know that Pentecostal song? You know that song when you grew up in church? Joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Anyway, Lisa says, that was my coffee cup liner yesterday. Today is a good day to have a great day. Hello, y'all. Hello. Show you where to scan it. Kimmy Kim is in the building. She says, happy Friday. Debbie says also, tell him. Oh, you got that with the t-shirt. Got that. Nice. Okay, got that. And he says, why are we only 2, me and you? There's many here. Well, there's only me here in South Africa in Cape Town, but the audience, the community is still here. There are 2 pages here. There is a vertical page. So if you go from, you're in the vertical or the tablet or the mobile area. If you go into the horizontal, you'll be with the rest of the chat. Okay, and Anisha, if you go into the horizontal, there's 2 at the same time, horizontal and vertical. Go to the horizontal and you'll see all these lovely people that are in this community you get to meet. Okay. And I'll wave to you, even though you're across your hotel is like diagonal, I still say hello. And amen. I got the amens in the building. I see the hands up. I get it. I see people say, I get it. I see the amens. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Congratulations, Lisa and everyone. Wonderful. Feel good Friday singing. Kimmy, you know how I get when I'm overflowing with joy. I got music in my heart. My dad used to always say, never trust a person that doesn't have music in their heart. Okay, who's else? Who's this? Oh, hello, watching you Friday night, family matter with love. Okay, and hello, Mark. It's so good to see you, Mark. And also, Chris says, Ron, I purchased my compression socks, right? Not comprehension. The compression socks, eye mask, and even bought a tablet so I can download movies in case the Wi-Fi on the plane. Wi-Fi is funky. Got my travel insurance and going to get a digital mallet. Nice. That's how you travel. That's how you travel. It was so funny. Remember I told you I don't use my I don't use my earpods on the plane. I don't use these on the airplanes because these little guys can fall out the ear while you're sleeping or are in the seat of the aircraft, and it can go down and like get lost and you don't have it. Invest in a good pair of over-the-ear headphones to hear your music, to listen to your music, and to listen to your movies. Oh, now it wants to work. You know, when I've been trying to do this, it won't do it. Now it's doing it. See, look, when I try to do it, it won't do it. Okay. Anyway, compression socks are a lifesaver. Literally, compression socks prevent blood clots. When Lisa says compression socks are a lifesaver, they are. Besides having your circulation going well, it reduces the swelling on your legs, in your feet. Again, allows blood circulation to move through your legs. When I'm sitting in my seat in the aircraft, I'm usually doing this with my toes, pumping the blood to my toes. And I do that while I'm awake. And then after I finish eating something, I do it again. Then I fall asleep. Then I wake up and I do it again. Keep that. And then do this with your feet as well. Keep your blood circulating when you are flying, especially long flights. No, Chris, I'm with you. The spelling checks are horrible now. It's like they're fighting against us. They fight against us. Spell check used to be so good. It's always getting me in trouble. It's changing my words in the middle of, I'm like, I didn't say that. Okay. Who's else is in the building? Oh my God, USA stream. How you doing? Sin go 6314. Welcome to the building. Welcome to the building. Make sure you hit the subscribe if you're here for the first time. If you're here, hit the like so the algorithms can know that we are here and everyone is here. Thank you, Kimmy Kim, says Chris. Kimmy says, you are ready. I know you will have a wonderful trip. Also, Lisa says, yes, and make sure you get up every 2 hours and walk on the plane. If you have a long flight, Heavy D died from getting a blood clot on a long flight. Yes, you must walk. I always get up 2 hours in, maybe an hour and a half in, usually 2 hours, and I walk just to the bathroom. I gotta go anyway, so I go walk to the bathroom, walk back. Just don't do it in your bare feet. Make sure you keep your shoes on. You don't want to bring the cooties from the bathroom. Trish says, my gosh, compression socks save lives. They certainly do. Okay, so today is our Focus Friday for those that are here for the first time. So we have accounts that are encourage, inspire, and inform. I have several accounts that I'm going to share with you today that are going to help you in your travels, and also people that are travelers that are just make you want to travel even more. So I'm going to share some of those accounts with you. Chris is not here. Chris is on the road. He's heading to New York, going to do his thing with his family. So shout out to Chris as he is on the road and doing his thing. Okay, so here we are. We're all here. Again, if you're here for the first time, make sure you hit subscribe. Also share it. You can share this platform with your friends so we can get to the 1,000 mark. We're almost there. We're almost there. Again, we started with 15 people and now we're up to 900. 900 subscribers. I'm thankful. Okay, let's go to the videotape. Are y'all ready for some accounts that inspire and encourage? Okay, well, let me tell you, I've been following some really cool people. And this travel journey has also opened so many doors. I have been, let me go. Sorry, my bad here. My messages. I gotta open up my messages to myself. Hold on a second. Hold on. I have a bunch of messages that I haven't. Okay, hold on a second. Not that one, this one. Okay. Here we go. I'll open up that one. Okay. So this gentleman, Dr. Michael Forbes. Okay, we're going to go to that. Let's get this on the screen. Okay, here we go. Let's go and get this on the screen for you all. The light is beautiful this afternoon. Oh, last night I did do a sunset touch base daily. If you want to join me tonight after this is over, I will take you up to the roof of the building and we will watch the sunset together. Okay, so after this, we will be watching the sunset together. I like doing my sunsets with my community, and we'll do that again tonight. So If you're available for that, you may join us. Okay, here we go. And so here is this gentleman. Let me. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's go. Can you? There you go.
I'm Dr. Michael H. Ford, and let's talk about what you just saw. A black man used his key to enter his own apartment. A white woman walked past him, watched him go inside, saw him close his door, and then came back and pressed herself against it to listen. Let's break down the story with facts and history. Because this is not new behavior, it's a pattern. In 2018, a black Yale graduate student named Lolade Siimbola had police called on her for sleeping in her own dorm common room. She had to prove she belonged. That same year in St. Louis, De'Aaron Tolles was blocked from entering his own apartment building by a white resident who demanded proof he lived there, even after he used his key fob. In 2020 in New York City, a black man named Christian Cooper had police called on him while bird watching in Central Park after asking a woman to leash her dog. These are not isolated incidents, they fit a broader pattern. Pew found that nearly 2/3 of black adults say they have been in situations where people acted as if they were suspicious of them because of their race or ethnicity. Now layer that with history. Redlining, formalized in the 1930s, labeled black neighborhoods as hazardous, limiting where black families could live. Restrictive covenants legally barred black residents from entire communities. Even after the Fair Housing Act of 1968 made that illegal, enforcement lagged and social policing took its place. So what you're seeing in this video is not random. A key was not enough. A door closing was not enough. Privacy was not enough. Because the question was never about access, it was about perceived belonging. And when someone feels entitled to monitor you after you've already proven you belong, that's not safety, that's surveillance rooted in history. Because a home should not require validation, a key should end the conversation, and a closed door should mean exactly that. Healing starts with knowing. Follow for more. Watch this video.
For those, if you do not follow this gentleman, you need to follow Dr. Michael Ford, and he is so full of information. I mean, his page is like going to I'm not sure if he's I think he's a professor at a college. I really believe so. And he is you're talking about being informed, encouraged, and I would say inspired, but definitely informed. His page is a wealth, a treasure trove of information and inspiration, education, especially about the Black experience. But it is absolute. His page is absolutely amazing. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that one? What do you think about that one? Did that one really get you going? Did you feel like that was a good one? I got more. I have more. I would love to hear what you have to say. So let's go to another one. And man, that was like one of my favorites. I mean, but there's more. As they say, there is more. And okay, here we go. This one right here. This young man, I love when young folks are doing their thing. I just love it. Sometimes it brings tears to my eyes when I see young people just living their best lives. This one right here, some of you may have seen it. And but here we go. We're gonna go to this gentleman's page right here. Let's get it on the screen. And here we go.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
So I decided to take a 13-hour flight to Japan. And when I say I had the time of my life in Tokyo, and one of the activities I decided to do was a sumo show. First, they fed us a chicken hot pot, and that's typically what sumo wrestlers eat. And then they did a geisha performance. And then the sumo wrestlers were just entertaining us while educating us on sumo wrestling. Now, this is how y'all used to pose back in the day. Then it was like, who wants to volunteer to fight the sumo wrestler? Now, I just ate my chicken hot pot, so I'm ready. So they gave me my sumo suit, and I was ready. Don't play with me. Now, I don't know what happened, but it's not about how you start the battle, it's about how you finish. But no, in all reality, if you go to Tokyo,
So his page is just sharing his experiences of travel. This guy has been to 20, look at all these countries he's been to. Look at all of these countries. I mean, can we go through it? Brazil, Kenya, Ghana, Peru, Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil, Portugal, Costa Rica, Cuba, Cuba again, Italy, Vatican, Greece, Montenegro, France, Morocco, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. Obviously, he's been to South Africa, and he's been to Namibia, which I was really shocked. So this page, Tori IJ is 73.84 followers, 25 countries. Just a guy who loves to travel, inspire others, and learning. Man, this is a great page. Inspiration. And again, for all the young folks out there, you can live the whatever life you want if you make it happen. And it's just inspiration that someone young is just doing their thing, traveling the world, and get it out. And if you're in your 30s, in your 20s, and you can do this, it is the best. But you know what? We old folks, older, seasoned, as Janet said, we seasoned and mature people. But again, here's a great page to share if you want your family or your young some inspire another young person. Here is a page worth sharing, and I think you and your family will get a kick out of it. I love some of this stuff. I mean, like this one right here was just. I mean, here we go. Awesome. Oh, I forgot music. If you put the music on, I gotta make sure not use the music. Because I cut that off immediately because they don't like that when you're doing monetization. But what do you guys think of this one? What do you think of this one? I think this one is full of encouragement and inspiration. Probably more inspiration. But for a young dude to have gone to 25 plus countries, I say that's beautiful. Okay. And did I not invite you? If you have Instagram accounts or YouTube accounts that you want to share with the community, make sure you have FF and then put it into the comment box, and make sure you say Instagram or YouTube. I don't have Chris with me. Usually Chris is with me to get this going on, but we are here to do it. So again, I am here. Okay, so I have more. And okay, so I'm not. Is everyone still there? Can everyone see me? It seems to be quiet in the room. Can people see me? Where's everybody? Okay, here's another one. I'm gonna go for another one for you. And let's see, we got another pop here. Okay, here's another one for you, wonderful folks. Oh, I forgot to do that, didn't I? Okay. Forgot to share that with the Instagrammers. Okay, here's another one for you all. And let's go up here and go to the messages. Okay. So this is another, I try to get all this stuff gathered for you guys during the week. And this is, okay, are y'all ready for Trini Travel Girl? Listen to Trini Travel Girl. I like Trini Travel Girl. Thank you. Okay, Kelly A's in the She said, hey, Ron. I'm still here, says Anisha. Okay. Hey, you're still in the building. I see you. Okay, here we go. Now, let's go for the next one. This one has so much truth, and I was able to identify with every word she was saying.
I just came back from the continent of Africa. Listen, this is my entire personality right now. I have been to the motherland. I am going to be babbling on about Ghana, about Africa. just get used to it. But here are some of the things that I notice. I mean, if you're on Instagram, go check out my highlights because you got live updates. But here are some of the things about Ghana that I loved and that stood out for me. Ghana is very much, it feels very much like Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, the climate there, like some things you don't think about, but the climate there is tropical, similar to in Trinidad and Tobago. So the same kind of seasons. When I was there, I had so many moments like, wait, am I in Trinidad? Like, I'm going to leave some videos somewhere down here for you to see. Like, am I in Trinidad? Why does it feel so much like home? Like, literally like home here in Trinidad and Tobago. So that was one of the things. The only thing that kind of brought me back to like, okay, no, you're not in Trinidad, is the roads. The roads, the red dust, the red soil, the dustiness of the streets, you know, not all of the roads are paved. Some of them are paved perfectly, but not all of them are paved. That was the first thing. The second thing, listen to me. The amount of people I saw in Ghana that resemble, if you have never seen somebody that resembles you, go to the continent. The amount of people I saw that look like people I know from Trinidad, I even saw my brother. Listen, I saw my brother. The amount of people I saw that had a striking resemblance to people that I've seen in Trinidad and Tobago, that was fascinating. We are truly children of the soil. Like, that's the ancestors. That's the people right there. So that was the second thing. The food. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't know what. I mean, I think I've had jollof before, Nigerian jollof. I did taste fufu before, but I never taste flavor like this. Ghana, the food in Ghana, the thing tasty. That's the third thing. Overall, the place is really, really nice. It is booming. Like, I have not subscribed to what the media project of the continent of any country. I'm a traveler. I know firsthand that the media is lies, and it is always not what you see. But when I got to Ghana, listen to me, the amount of development, these people, they are so industrious. It's like so much things going on. I was like, I have been missing out on things. Like, it's a lot happening. As you guys know, I just came back from the continent of Africa. Listen, this.
And so there you have it. I mean, when she said what she said, I can identify. When I first came to the continent, I was like, oh my gosh, I could not believe how many people look like everyone that I knew in America. I mean, it was crazy. People that all you had to do was just switch the clothing. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, that's my brother that lives down the block, or this person, or my cousin, or this. It is amazing when you come to the continent and see so many people that look like you, especially in Ghana and Nigeria. Blows your mind when it happens. So I can identify with her and her experience. And again, like I share, if you are traveling, put Africa on your list because there's so much going on. I mean, literally, when I'm out here, there's new buildings going up, new hotels, another new hotel going up on that block. There's so much happening. And you think there's development going on in the U.S. It's amazing here. Also, Anisha, you're going to have to go out of your YouTube, click off your YouTube, and then go back to Ron Lewis Photos, or just go with Touch Base Daily. And then it's going to give you two choices if you go into the actual channel. Go to the channel, and you're going to see a vertical, and you're going to see a horizontal. Click on the horizontal, and you'll be with everyone else. Okay? Any other? Let's see. Anyone? No one's got any Focus Fridays? Anyway, well, we got one more. I'm going to give you one more, and then we're out of here. Okay, so this is one more I want to get to you all, and let's get there. Let's share this one for you all. And I thought this was really cool. Hold on a second. Any questions for today? Any questions for travel? Anything we talked about today? This is an opportunity to also share And this was really fascinating to me. Is this couple has been traveling from London to Kenya, Nairobi. It's quite fascinating. Let's go. Let's check it out. Hold on a second. Let me click on this for you, and let's go. Here we go. And this is, here we go.
From London to Nairobi, and we've made it to Africa. We crossed over on a ferry from Spain to Morocco this morning, where we had such a smooth border crossing. They have passport control on the ferry, which meant that we did all of the queuing there rather than at the other end, which is such a good idea. I wish they did that on planes. We went and grabbed some lunch in Asila before continuing driving south along the coast to try and find a wild camp spot. We did find somewhere which looked really nice, but it was through a lot of mud, and decided that maybe it wasn't worth it. So we found somewhere else instead, which was nearly as nice. Good night. It's day 6 of driving from London.
And if you go to their page, they're taking you on a journey of they just left from London, they go to Nairobi, and they've been traveling, they've been adding, I mean, they're a couple. Again, they've been going on these excursions. You go through their page, you see so much adventure. I think these two will be together probably for the rest of their lives, because so much they're doing together as a couple and seeing the world. This is them. This is Namibia. It looks like Namibia right here. Right here looks like Namibia. Oh no, this is Mauritania. I forgot they have deserts there as well. There we go, right there. So there's so many things so many people out there doing so much, as in the travel world, and sharing their stories. You could learn a whole lot by just going to these folks and connecting with them. Again, they're 42.2 followers, and they travel in a Land Cruiser, M and Sam. And from London to Nairobi, they went to Ghana. We're driving from UK to Kenya. Check out their page. I think you will enjoy them. So there you have it. I see here. Kimmy says Ron is showing up on 2 YouTube feeds. Look for 2 lives with him. Most of the regulars are on the other live feed, and that is the horizontal. That is the horizontal one. And Debbie says, Ron, can you please share the name of the Trini travel page? It's too small to see. Thanks. Okay, I'll take you back there. Sorry, my bad. Let me get that for you. Hold on. Hold on. Say, hold on, sister. Hold on, sister. Okay, and I love her. I mean, again, her page is insanely nice. Here we go. Oh, this is the other. Hold on a second. That was Lawyer Girl. Hold on a second. Where's my little Trini girl? There she goes. Okay, here we go. Pop this in the screen. Okay, here we go. And this is her page. I should have did that with all the others. Sure. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Debbie. That's how we do it. It's a community. We are a community. Okay, do you see it? Trini Travel Girl. She has 8,000 followers, a little more. Travel creator, solo traveler. She travels alone, guy. This is a good to encourage women that are afraid to travel alone. There are women doing it. She's been to 32 countries, 195 and counting, as in cities and towns. Tourism ambassador she is. Check her page out. Solo travel, Trinidad. I think her page is great. And let me just show you her page. Let me get why is my face keep coming up on here? And she shares a lot of information. Also, someone that not only goes to these places, but shares information. Okay, so this is her page. A lot to be learned, lots of information, lots of travel tips. So check her page out. I think is very informative. And not just for girls or women, it's for everyone. I mean, you can learn from a lot of these folks. Okay? So there you have it. There she is. And she's traveling the world and sharing it. with you. Okay, let's see what else is in. What are you guys saying in the building? Happy Friday, Fifi. I see you. I see you again. Thank you so much for today. I do believe we're still there. I think we're still there. My driver, he is so happy. Okay, so here we go. Let me get this out of the screen. Okay, we made it to 900, y'all. We made it to 900 subscribers. Thank you to all of the subscribers out there. You make this possible. We hit 900. We hit 900. Also, here's some information for the day. Again, if you are in this community, join our YouTube community. I leave information there. I leave little segments or thoughts from my day there. And so some people are chiming in and kind of like listening and writing and chirping and all that other stuff. So that's what we do there. Also, you can join the email list here. Hold on a second. Let me get this banner out the way for you. There we go. You can go to our email list by going to ronlewisphotos.com, and that will be a good way to stay connected to us. And also, where else can you help? What else? Okay, if you are in the States, I will be back in the States between the months of July and November, and then I'm back in Africa after that. And but if you are looking for someone to photograph your events, reach out to me and get your name on the calendar, get your event on the calendar. Again, thank you to the Patreon members. You are the ones that support. And now also the members, you support as well. So we got Patreon members supporting, and we got the members of our YouTube channel supporting what we do here. You have options. Okay, and here we go. You can join this YouTube channel and subscribe to this channel to gain knowledge about photography and travel and more. And last but not least is our wonderful, do I have it here? And let me put this on the screen. There we go. Become a member. If you're in this community, make sure support where you can. Support where you can. It always helps. That's how we're able to do what we're able to do here. Okay, so become a member, and you get special stuff along the way. But tonight, I'm going to include everyone's. So tonight, if you are hang around, I would say roughly about 5:45, 6:40. I'll be on the rooftop, and I'll be going live, and you can catch a Cape Town Sea Point sunset. Okay, so I'll be there. If you want to do that with me, I'll be sharing the sunset this evening with you all. Okay, I see here Kelly says congratulations. Thank you, Kelly, for that. And Kimmy Kim says, have a good weekend, everyone. And Fifi sends applause and happy. There we go. There you go. There's Fifi's applause. And Kelly says, I'll have to go back and listen. I missed a lot. Have a good weekend, y'all. Yes, you did. Make sure you go back. That's why we record it. And if you're here for the first time again, make sure you hit subscribe. If this is your first time seeing this recording, hit subscribe. Okay. Bryson says, what's up, Fifi? And yes, she knows. She knows. You don't have to tell her she's late. You don't have to tell her she's late. No one's late. You can always catch this and repeat. Okay. So again, thank you so much. I'm having a great time here. The sun is getting bright again. I'm having a great time here in Cape Town. I had a great day. You can go back over the beginning. I shared about my interaction with my driver and helping him. And he just sent me a text saying thank you. And so, guys, have a great weekend. And I probably will pop on from here to here. You know, I'm always on my mornings. Every morning, I come onto the balcony and share the balcony views. So, okay, guys, love you all. Have a great weekend. And I will see you when I see you. Okay, make sure you focus on what matters.